Hi guys, welcome back to Beyond PG. I'm Addie.
My name is Ben. Here we are today in what is definitely not a 1970 Dodge Charger, unfortunately, but we thought it'd be fitting to do today's episode in a car.
Yep, because today we are going to do Fast and Furious movie 5 through 8.
Yeah, so we wanted to watch some Fast and Furious movies, and I was not quite sure where to start. In hindsight, I kind of wish we would have watched the first one, because I felt like I kept having to explain things a lot.
Yeah.
But I knew I didn't want to watch all 8 movies. So we started with Fast 5, because that's generally regarded as sort of the start of the new era of Fast and Furious.
I did like watching them. Like, I don't know a lot about cars, and it even, like, some of the cars made me want to have that car, so...
Yeah, it is kind of a bug. Any good sports movie or anything like that, you get interested in the sport, and it does make you want to like go get an old car and drive it fast some places.
Yeah.
I will admit, I actually, when the first movie came out in theaters, I don't know if you know this, when the first movie came out in theaters, I went and bought an old Chevy Nova with those dreams. It didn't work out that way.
It had amazing action. Like, it wasn't like, oh my gosh, get past this action part. It was in a really good action. It was like, oh my god, this is a Fast and Furious moment. You know, like
Yeah.
Jumping from building to building in a car. Okay.
Yeah, the fact that Paul Walker's character is like incredibly good at jumping from one moving vehicle to another and does it like 100 times in the series is really great. This movie series, it figured out what it is and it sticks to what it is. Nobody does what it does better than Fast and Furious, and it's like this perfect balance between ridiculousness but also kind of fun and cool. Yeah. So yeah, I think it's really good. What did you think about how women are treated in this series? Because I think it's got some really good stuff and it's got some negative stuff. What do you think about that?
Yeah, some women, like one of my favorite people is like the girl who was Wonder Woman. I actually don't remember her name, but how she was like always saving the guy's butts, and she was awesome.
Yeah.
But then there were always like, you were explaining to me, like, the girls in this movie are kind of treated like the cars, like they're both objects.
Yeah, it's like for the women who are actually characters in the movie, they're really great.
Yeah.
Letty is obviously amazing. Almost all of the female characters are treated really well, who have like speaking parts. They have a lot to do. They have a lot of agency. They're not just there to be girlfriends. I think the series does pretty well on that front for the most part. But there are so many examples of women just being eye candy and wearing this, ridiculously revealing clothing that, I don't know. That's
like whenever they
great.
go to like a race to win a car or whatever, it's always
it's
always there.
I wouldn't be able to say whether or not it's accurate for like the Cuban car racing scene to have these incredibly gorgeous and nearly naked women walking around, but it just, I don't know. That was a little bit of a bummer for me. But would you recommend this to other fellow young people?
I'm not sure everybody would stay interested in it. Like, a lot of my friends would be like, but I actually was looking forward to it night after night. So.
You like action movies, though.
Yeah.
If you like action movies, these movies are super fun, and it was fun to do these 4 movies in a row.
Yeah.
We're super stoked for F9 to come out, and who knows when it's going to come out, but we'll be there. We'll be there as soon as we can opening night.
Yeah.
What else? What were some of your favorite parts in the series?
I loved I don't know if it was the last movie, but when Shaw was like with the baby at the end in the airplane, he was like beating up all those people, and that was the most memorable part for me.
Yeah, that's really cool. I just love anytime the movie does like a Fast and Furious move where you're like, uh-oh, Dom's in a race. I wonder if he's gonna win. And we were joking about it, something that the Ringer.com had on it the other day on the episode or article about movie weddings and about the fact that Dom at his wedding is wearing like a white tank top, even though Letty's in like a nice wedding dress.
Yeah.
When they do like classic things like that, it's so good. Just the Rock just literally throwing people across the room all the time is amazing. Yeah. You can't beat that. Also, this series really has a strong sense of its like mantra. The whole like family, you don't leave family behind. It's all about family, and you're loyal to each other. I'm not gonna lie, in Fast and Furious 8 or Fast 8, when at the end Dom's out there on the ice and they all come around him with the cars to protect him, that kind of got me. Because they have a thing they're trying to say and communicate, and they just do it. They just stick to it, and they don't apologize at all.
Yeah, it's not like, oh, it was your fault. They rarely get into a fight. When they do, it's kind of jokingly.
Yeah, and it just the movie just knows what it wants to be, and it just goes about doing it really well. That it's frenetic, the action's great, but you usually know exactly what's happening and where people are. It's I don't know. I highly recommend watching it. We had a good time watching it, so I think it's a good one. I think it's a good one for you to watch for your kids if they like action movies, and if you're not too worried about. I mean, a lot of people do get shot and killed in these things, but honestly, it's not really any worse than the Marvel or Star Wars movies, except that it's a little more realistic, I suppose. But anyways, well, we enjoyed it. We've got a few marathons we're going to be reporting on in the coming days and weeks. So stick with us. Let us know if you have questions. Let us know what your favorite Fast and Furious moment or scene or characters are. And we'll be back with you next time.
Okay. We'll see you later. Thanks for watching. Bye.